Welcome to Celestial Zodiac. One of the most important long-term progressions in astrology is the progressed sun. While the progressed moon reflects shorter emotional cycles that change every few years, the progressed sun represents much larger identity shifts and major life chapters that unfold gradually over decades. Have you ever looked back at an earlier version of yourself and realized you no longer identify with who you used to be? Maybe your goals changed, your priorities shifted, or your sense of purpose evolved over time. The progressed sun helps explain why certain periods of life feel like entirely different chapters of personal growth. Over time, the progressed sun often describes the gradual evolution of identity itself. These changes usually happen slowly rather than all at once, which is why many people only recognize them in hindsight. A person may eventually realize they no longer value the same things they once did, or that their goals, relationships, interests, and sense of purpose have changed over the years. The progressed sun reflects these larger life chapters and the ongoing process of becoming a different version of yourself over time. While the natal sun remains your core foundation, the progressed sun shows how that core identity matures, develops, and expresses itself differently throughout different stages of life. Unlike transits, which often describe outside events and temporary influences, the progressed sun reflects deeper internal development and long-term identity evolution. It shows how your sense of self gradually matures and unfolds throughout life. So why does the progressed sun matter so much? The progressed sun moves very slowly, changing signs approximately every 30 years. Because of this, each progressed sun sign represents a major era of personal development. These are not quick emotional phases like the progressed moon. Instead, the progressed sun describes broader themes connected to identity, purpose, confidence, growth, and long-term direction. Even though your natal sun never changes, the progressed sun continues evolving throughout your life. This creates different identity chapters over time. A person may be born with a natal sun in Leo but eventually experience a progressed sun in Virgo, shifting from a stronger focus on creativity, visibility, and self-expression toward improvement, discipline, service, and practical growth. As we discussed with a progressed moon, the easiest ways to track your progressed sun is by generating a progressed bi-wheel chart on a website like astro.com or AstroSeek. In a bi-wheel chart, your natal chart appears on the inner wheel while the progressed chart appears on the outer wheel. Once you locate the sun symbol on the outer wheel, you can identify the sign and house the progressed sun is currently moving through. Because the progressed sun changes signs so slowly, these transitions often mark major turning points and entirely new phases of personal identity. This is how the progressed sun evolves over time. Someone is born with their sun in Aries. The progressed sun does not stay there forever. Because the progressed sun moves approximately 1 degree per year, it eventually progresses into the next zodiac sign. Since each sign contains 30 degrees, the progressed sun usually changes signs about every 30 years, although the exact timing depends on the natal degree of the sun at birth. This creates long-term identity cycles throughout life. Even though your natal sun remains your core foundation, the progressed sun reflects who you are gradually becoming over time. These shifts often feel subtle at first, but over the years they can dramatically reshape your priorities, ambitions, worldview, and sense of purpose. In this bi-wheel chart, the progressed chart is shown on the outer wheel in green. To locate the progressed sun, look for the sun symbol on the outer wheel. The sign of the progressed sun describes the overall tone of the life chapter you are currently moving through, while the house placement shows the area of life where this identity growth is unfolding most strongly. As the progressed sun changes signs, Your identity, priorities, and long-term direction gradually begin to change with it. Each sign creates a different atmosphere of personal growth. Let's go through each of the 12 signs. A progressed sun in Aries may bring a stronger focus on independence, initiative, confidence, and taking action. This period often encourages self-discovery, leadership, and trusting your own instincts. A progressed sun in Taurus may create a greater focus on stability, security, patience, comfort, and building something lasting. This chapter may feel slower, steadier, and more grounded. A progressed sun in Gemini may increase curiosity, communication, learning, adaptability, and mental stimulation. This phase often encourages exploration, networking, and new ways of thinking. A progressed sun in Cancer may bring greater emotional awareness, family focus, sensitivity, reflection, and concern with emotional security and belonging. During this period, a person often becomes more connected to emotional security, family, home life, personal roots, and inner emotional needs. A progressed sun in Leo may increase the desire for creativity, confidence, visibility, recognition, and self-expression. This phase may encourage personal pride and embracing individuality. A progressed sun in Virgo may shift focus toward improvement, discipline, organization, health, routines, and practical growth. This period often encourages refinement and self-development. A progressed sun in Libra may place greater emphasis on relationships, balance, cooperation, harmony, diplomacy, and emotional connection with others. This period focuses on learning how to relate to other people in a healthier or more conscious way. A progressed sun in Scorpio may bring deeper transformation, emotional intensity, psychological growth, self-reflection, and a need to confront deeper truths. This period frequently involves some form of emotional shedding or reinvention. A person may outgrow old identities, relationships, goals, or ways of living that no longer feel authentic. A progressed sun in Sagittarius may create a stronger desire for freedom, exploration, higher learning, spirituality, travel, and expanding your horizons. This phase often encourages growth through experience. A progressed sun in Capricorn may shift attention toward ambition, structure, discipline, responsibility, long-term goals, and achievement. This chapter may feel more serious and focused. A progressed sun in Aquarius may increase the desire for individuality, freedom, innovation, social awareness, independence, and new perspectives. This period often encourages authenticity and breaking away from limitations. A progressed sun in Pisces may bring greater intuition, imagination, spirituality, emotional sensitivity, compassion, and reflection. This phase may feel more inward, creative, or emotionally connected. The sign of the progressed sun helps describe the overall identity chapter you are currently living through and the kinds of experiences shaping your personal development during that period. The house placement of the progressed sun shows where your personal growth and evolving identity are being expressed most strongly in life. For example, a progressed sun moving through the 4th house may create a stronger focus on home, family, emotional foundations, and inner security. A progressed sun moving through the 10th house may shift attention toward career, reputation, public life, achievement, and long-term goals. The progressed sun through the 7th house may place more emphasis on relationships and partnership, while the 12th house may feel more reflective, spiritual, inward, or connected to healing and closure. Some progressed sun placements draw your energy outward into achievement and visibility, while others encourage reflection, emotional development, or inner transformation. The progressed sun reflects long-term personal development and the gradual unfolding of identity throughout life. As it moves through different signs and houses, you begin developing qualities that may not have been as strong earlier in life. Certain periods encourage confidence and independence, while others emphasize discipline, emotional growth, communication, spirituality, or responsibility. Unlike fast-moving transits, the progressed sun works slowly and gradually. It does not usually create dramatic events by itself. Instead, it changes how you see yourself, what feels meaningful to you, and the direction your life naturally wants to move toward over time. The progressed sun reminds us that identity is not fixed. Your priorities, goals, values, and sense of self naturally evolve throughout life, and each chapter brings new opportunities for growth and self-understanding. In the next video, we'll continue exploring progressions by looking at progressed Mercury and how changing thought patterns and communication styles develop over time. Thank you for watching Celestial Zodiac. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss the next part of this series.